Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a cliff at dawn, the wind howling against your skin. Below you, jagged rocks jut from crashing waves. Your hands are bleeding from the climb, your muscles scream with exhaustion. But you're alive, truly alive. More than you've ever been in your air-conditioned apartment, your ergonomic office chair, your curated digital existence. Now ask yourself, why does pain sharpen reality like nothing else? The paradox of pain. Here's what no self-help guru will admit: the moments that wreck you are the only ones that ever truly change you. Consider, people remember traumatic events with hyper-clarity, flashbulb memory. While happy moments blur together, near-death experiences often trigger radical life overhauls, not meditation retreats. The greatest art, philosophy, and innovation spring from suffering, not contentment. This isn't masochism. It's neurological fact. Pain isn't life's mistake. It's its most precise language. The comfort delusion. Modern society treats pain like a system error. Pop a pill for physical ache, scroll endlessly to avoid emotional discomfort, pathologize grief as depression. Yet studies show kids with overprotective parents develop higher anxiety cultures that ritualize suffering, like Japan's Misogi cold water training, report greater resilience. Patients who avoid painkillers after surgery heal faster. You've been sold a lie that happiness is the default state. Evolution disagrees. The Nietzschean truth, Friedrich Nietzsche's hammer strikes again. To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. He wasn't being poetic. Your brain confirms. Moderate stress grows new neurons, neurogenesis. Facing fears rewires the amygdala. Voluntary hardship boosts dopamine sensitivity. Your comfort zone isn't safe. It's a slow atrophy of the soul. Marceau. Spiritual bypass trap watch. How we dodge real growth. Toxic positivity reframes pain as a lesson before it's fully felt. Consumerism sells the fantasy of pain-free transformation. Instagram gurus preach manifestation while avoiding their shadows. This isn't enlightenment. It's spiritual cowardice. Let this sink in. What if your worst failures were the only real education you've ever had? Could your avoidance of suffering be the very thing stagnating your life? Is self-care sometimes just a socially acceptable form of self-sabotage? The terror here isn't that pain hurts. It's that you need it more than you dare admit. You stand at a crossroads, keep numbing, distracting, avoiding, or finally understand why the wound is where the light enters you. Why we fear the only thing that can save us. Pain is not the enemy. Our resistance to it is. Modern psychology reveals a brutal irony. The more we avoid discomfort, the more power it gains over us. This isn't just personal weakness. It's a systemic war against human nature. The Schopenhauerian lens, pain as the E. Default Arthur Schopenhauer saw through the illusion. Life swings like a pendulum between pain and boredom. His insight cuts deeper today. Pleasure is fleeting. A brief respite between suffering. Chasing happiness creates more suffering, the hedonic treadmill. True contentment comes from meaning, not comfort. Yet society tells you the opposite. Avoid pain at all costs. The result? A world drowning in antidepressants, distractions, and existential numbness. The Jungian shadow of suffering, Carl Jung uncovered the dark truth. There is no coming to consciousness without pain. What we refuse to face. Emotional pain suppressed becomes pathology, anxiety, depression, addiction. Physical pain avoided weakens the body, atrophy, chronic illness. Spiritual pain denied creates emptiness, the modern crisis of meaning. Your shadow, the parts of yourself you reject, is where your real power lies. The Nietzschean will to power through pain, Nietzsche's most misunderstood concept, holds the key. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Isn't a platitude, It's a biological fact. Voluntary suffering, ascesis, was the ancient path to mastery. Modern comfort has made us weaker, not wiser. The gym proves this. Muscles grow through controlled damage. Why would the mind be different? The Huxleyan distraction economy. Aldous Huxley predicted our dilemma better than Orwell. Soma isn't just a drug, it's Netflix, social media, shopping therapy. We're drowning in pleasure, but starving for meaning. Pain avoidance has become a trillion-dollar industry. They don't sell you products, they sell you to escape from yourself. The Buddhist insight, we've forgotten the first noble truth. Life is suffering. Not might be, is not ancient wisdom understood what we deny. Resistance to pain creates more suffering. Acceptance transforms pain into wisdom. The path to peace runs through the fire, not around it. We've pathologized what sages saw as essential training for being human. The neurological truth. Big Pharma hides. Modern research confirms pain triggers BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Literally growing your brain. Discomfort increases stress tolerance, the hormesis effect. Avoiding pain shrinks your window of tolerance for life's challenges. Your attempts to be comfortable are making you more fragile. The fork in the road. Now you see the trap. A culture that worships comfort is a culture that fears growth. The question isn't whether you'll suffer, it's whether your suffering will mean anything. The comfort catastrophe. You wake up in the softest bed in the perfect temperature-controlled room with a phone full of dopamine triggers, and yet you feel nothing. Not happiness, not sadness, just a gnawing void where meaning should be. This is the hidden cost of pain avoidance, emotional sterility. The psychological fallout studies reveal generations raised on participation trophies show 40% lower stress. Tolerance. Teens with overprotective parents are 3x more likely to develop anxiety disorders. Workers in pain-free corporate cultures report higher rates of burnout. We haven't eliminated suffering, we've just delayed and amplified it. The neurological bankruptcy, your brain on comfort. Prefrontal cortex shrinks, reduced willpower. Amygdala grows more sensitive, increased fear. Dopamine receptors down-regulate, chronic dissatisfaction. Meanwhile, those who embrace discomfort show thicker myelin sheaths, faster neural connections, enhanced neuroplasticity, greater adaptability, stronger anterior cingulate cortex, emotional resilience. You're not avoiding pain, you're atrophying your potential. The social metastasis. Look around. Politics. Leaders promise painless solutions to complex problems. Education. Grade inflation replaces genuine achievement. Relationships. Ghosting avoids difficult conversations. This isn't progress, it's collective emotional diabetes. The spiritual bankruptcy. Ancient rites of passage involved vision quests, days alone without food, initiation scars, permanent marks of growth, death rituals, direct confrontation with mortality. Modern replacements, Netflix binges, retail therapy, Instagram validation. We've traded initiation for anesthesia. The fork in the road. The evidence is undeniable. Your attempts to avoid pain are creating more suffering. The question is no longer if you'll pay the price, but how much more you'll lose before you're ready to change. The antidote to modern fragility. You've seen the trap, now for the escape. This isn't about seeking pain, but transforming your relationship with it. The path forward isn't comfortable, but it's alive. Step 1. The voluntary discomfort. Protocol. Neurological rewiring. Through controlled stress. Cold exposure. Start with 30-second cold showers. Progress to ice baths, 3 to 5 minutes. Why it works? Triggers norepinephrine release, 300% increase, reduces inflammation, physical challenge, train to failure, 1x a week. Weights, calisthenics, take the stairs always. Why it works? Teaches the mind that temporary discomfort. Danger digital fasting 24 hours without screens monthly. Why it works. Resets dopamine sensitivity. Forces engagement with undistracted reality. Step 2. The shadow integration process turning emotional. Pain into power. Grief. Mapping list your 5 greatest pains for each. Identify the hidden strength it forged, the lie it shattered, the person it made you become. Fear inversion. Take your deepest fear and ask, how might this pain serve me? Example. Fear of rejection. Filter for authentic connections. Ritualized remembrance. Create a pain altar with symbols of past struggles. Visit it monthly to honor how far you've come. Step 3. The meaning-making framework. Viktor Frankl's prison-tested approach. The C. Reframing tool when facing pain. Ask, what is this trying to teach me that comfort never could? The future self dialogue. Write letters from your future self, thanking you for enduring present struggles. The existential audit quarterly review. What comfortable lies am I believing? What necessary pain am I avoiding? What strength is being forged in my current challenges? Step 4. The warrior's mindset. Ancient wisdom for modern resilience. Stoic opposition. Training regularly practice. Eating plain food. Wearing uncomfortable clothing. Sleeping on the floor. The 5 a.m. crucible. 30 days of pre-dawn wake-ups. First hour devoted to meditation, journaling. Planning the day's challenges. The death meditation daily. 5-minute visualization. This day could be my last. How will I meet it? The liberation moment. When you realize every avoided pain was a missed initiation. Your greatest wounds contain your unique medicine. The path to power runs through the fire, not around it. That's when you stop being life's victim and become its worthy adversary. But this is only half the truth. The full revelation awaits, where pain transforms from teacher to sacred ally. The alchemy of suffering. Here's the secret that changes everything. Pain is not just a teacher. It is the forge where consciousness itself is hammered into higher forms. This isn't metaphor. Cutting-edge neurobiology confirms what mystics have always known. The moments that break you are the cracks where enlightenment enters. The neurochemical revelation. When you stop resisting pain, BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, surges, literally growing new neural pathways. Endocannabinoid receptors upregulate, enhancing your natural resilience chemicals. Theta brainwaves increase, creating hyperlearning states. Your most painful moments aren't setbacks, they're neurological upgrades in disguise. The Nietzschean metamorphosis. Nietzsche's amor fati, love of fate, takes on new meaning. Every bad break contains a hidden curriculum. Your worst memories are psychic compost, decaying into wisdom. The self you lose in suffering was never real to begin with. This is why trauma survivors often report vivid sensory awareness, post-traumatic heightening, radical life reappraisal, post-traumatic growth, existential clarity, post-traumatic wisdom. Your demons weren't sent to destroy you. They're the harsh professors of your soul's university. The quantum perspective. Shift modern physics mirrors ancient wisdom. Pressure creates diamonds, carbon rearranging under stress. Supernovas forge heavy elements, destruction birthing complexity. Black holes may birth new universes, collapse preceding creation. Your suffering follows the same cosmic pattern. You're not falling apart, you're reorganizing at a higher order. Here's how to alchemize pain into power. The sacred pause. When suffering strikes, stop, breathe. Ask, what is being asked of me? The Phoenix Protocol Journal Daily. What old self is this pain burning away? The witness position practice. This is not happening to me, but through me, for my evolution. When you finally understand, your deepest wounds are sacred texts written in nerve endings. The universe isn't punishing you, it's initiating you. Every scar contains a map to territories of consciousness comfort could never reach. That's when you stop asking, "Why me?" and start whispering, "Thank you." The wound is where the light enters. The fire is what forges the sword. The pain is the price of awakening. Now go and suffer beautifully.